Everyone, Babooni here. We have some gameplay of Lackey Grand Prix 21, round one. Looks like I'm already starting off with a mistake here. I drew 8 cards. One of them was a lost soul, but it looks like I did not replace it with a new card. So starting out with 7 cards in hand, not a good look. We see he has a King of Tyrus in his hand, and I'm gonna make another mistake here. Let me just tell you that much, because I'm gonna decide to play Crouch Choice to go get Harvest Time. My reasoning here was I wanted to draw a card and put a Lost Soul into play for me to rescue, but in retrospect, I only had a Matthew in play. I don't have any enhancements in my hand. Like, this would have been a good play maybe if I had a Spirit as a Dove in my hand, but I saw he was on a Daniel deck, and I knew how good Burial would be against his strategy. So I guess my strategy here was like, okay, I'm gonna turbo out the first, we're gonna draw cards, we're just gonna get into Burial. But what this ends up doing is I put a billion Lost Souls into play for him to rescue during the course of the game if I don't get to Burial. And I also get to put all of the Lost Souls into play. So notably, that's Complacent, Lost Souls, and Distressed and Humble. So now these are obstacles and roadblocks I've actually put in my own way to try to win the game. So this play was bad for a lot of reasons. I think I should have just played it a lot slower, obviously drawn my eighth card for the turn. Maybe have even gone second there, because yeah, he just blocks with King of Tyrus and Matthew dies, and now I'm left with what? What am I left with? Not much, huh? I can get a Deceiver, but I know the opponent has a Mayhem in hand, so it's tricky. Opponent has a Mayhem in hand, but he also has an Expatriator. So I tried to play down Jerusalem as a site. I held Deceiver in my hand, but that doesn't go so well for me here, because he's also playing Resurrection Revealer, which I don't think I saw in his opening hand. But because I played Jerusalem down as a site, he's going to be able to negate it. But I felt like I was in a lose-lose there. If I play it down as Evil Fortress, he just attacks me with the Expatriator, and I lose the battle, or I lose my fortress. But if I keep it in my hand, so I'm being put under pressure. I don't have infinite time to make decisions, and end up trying to go with the line that plays right into my opponent's Resurrection Revealer into Mayhem. Also, notably, he's getting a Chamber of Angels online, which is going to be shutting off Possessing Spirit, which is already shut off by Distressed anyways. Great, I get to keep my negated Thomas around, which is, I didn't play him during my discard phase because he's going to get negated by Distressed, and I knew he had a Mayhem in hand, so I was hoping to shuffle him away, but I got kept around. Okay, I drew a Led Astray, which is great. I know it's going to buy me at least a turn against the Daniel decks, but I can't play it right away because he has Complacent that I put into play. So yeah, I feel like I'm playing this game really badly so far. If I know he has a Mayhem, then like, why not put down all my stuff, and then when he plays Mayhem, like draw into new cards, draw into more gas. So all right, he attacks me with Daniel, which negates Woman with the Bez, so I can't really block there. Now, this Concealed Riches would be good. I have 3 cards in my discard pile. I can try to get some momentum set up with like a Temple Guard Love play here, but it's negated, so I activate that, does nothing. Okay, so if that's the case, what do I do here? I have Simon who can choose King of Tyrus as blocker. I have Simon who can play, we can play I Am He as numbers. We can use Angel from the Sun to go get a Disciple or Martyr out of the deck, but we don't have any Disciples or Martyrs that get White Brigade, so we can't play our banding enhancement. So I'm just kind of trying to make the most of a bad situation here. And after evaluating all my options, I decided to just go Thaddaeus, shuffle King of Tyrus away, and try to reveal a dominant, not convert him, so I can use I Am He if I need numbers. And surprisingly, he doesn't have a blocker, so I'm able just to walk in for a soul there. But so the score is 1-1, but things are not looking good, and I know it. I'm trying to get to my Son of God now. If I rescue Complacent, I know that can buy me another turn. But yeah, right now my defense, we're not able to block Daniel right now, and my offense is not able to get off the ground either because of all the roadblocks I'm facing, notably just like the Lost Souls that are getting put out. I feel like if there's not a Distressed in play this game, I might be fine, or not a Complacent. It just gives me more time to get my offense online And when I get my offense online, I get my defense in line too. And yeah, maybe I should have played Jerusalem out as an evil fortress, because if they attack with Expatriator, I know they won't be attacking me with Daniel. So that leaves room for Woman of the Bez to be a blocker. So in future games against Daniel, I know what I'll be doing. I'll be biting the bullet and not trying to play all my cards as neutral. So yeah, my best draws here I think are 3 woes, burial. No, burial by far. And I also need to be holding on to my crowd's choice longer, because like burning at turn 1 to do basically nothing is devastating, whereas I could have been able to burn it to grab some defense. Okay, we drew a card that I was hoping to see. We drew Woman with Child, which gets us to Son of God, and that's going to be able to take out Complacent, which should give us a turn we need. Not only we drew Woman of Child, we also have Child is Born, which we can play on Mary to abandon a bunch of heroes and get some momentum going in our favor. Judas blocks, bans the Sordid Spirit, bans the Beelzebub, playing a demon from his deck. All right, so our initiative. I was really hoping to get initiative here. So we're going to play Child is Born. We're going to band in some angels. And earlier in the turn, I had played I Am He to protect disciples from harm. So, you know, I should have just banded in all my disciples that I could have here. I think I could have gone Thomas and Simon. So anyways, I'm doing my hero abilities. I don't think I should have grabbed Red Dragon there. I thought Red Dragon was going to be really good against Daniel, but turns out they have Michael in play. It turns out Red Dragon's not the greatest when Michael's in play. So should have picked up a Prince there. If anything, Prince lets me like underdeck Chamber of Angels and Res Revealer. It helps me like get out of his lock pieces. Lazarus converts to Meek to negate evil cards, which is why all his cards went back. And I forget to ban to Res Revealer here off my Gabriel, because I really wanted to put a Res Revealer into battle, but I totally forgot about it, because that's keeping his Complacent online. Also, because you know, I could have banded Res Revealer into battle, negate Complacent, Son of God, Rescue, Distressed, or whatever. And now I have access to Glory. Oh wait, yeah, Glory. I could have played Glory of the Lord, or at least I could have Son of Godded his Humble, so that now his orange enhancements don't do anything. So I messed up this battle badly by not banding in Res Revealer. I decided just to grab a Golgotha. Like, why would I grab a Golgotha with Gabriel instead of, you know, using Res Revealer to go grab the Resurrection? I'm just kind of punting this game away if I'm being honest here. So yeah, this is a new version of Big Clay that I'm trying out. It's using more angels. The Gospel angels are really good if you have multiples of them, like Res Revealer, Angel of the Harvest, Legion of Angels. And a lot of these angels are generic too. So it's not a big deal if you run multiple copies of them. I feel like this is probably better than other versions of Big Clay I was trying. The problem here is you lose a lot of defense slots and put in more angels. So I don't know. Trying out this new Prince of the Air package with double mediums. And I like it on paper, but like if he's negating neutrals, I feel like games are harder to play for me. This game feels winnable, but I feel like I'm just kind of punting it away decision by decision, and I'm trying to figure out how I can get back in this. Let's see. If I had gotten Prince of the Air instead of Red Dragon there, Judean Mediums could now be an out for me, because I can go Judean Mediums into Prince of the Air. He has 3 brigades. I can underdeck all 3 of his Daniel cards in battle if he only has 3, and that's CBN. And I could follow that up with Glory of the Lord if he still has more characters in battle. So yeah, just incremental little mistakes here and there. So now we're going to attack with Res Revealer. We have to put back a card randomly from my hand. I don't remember which card it was. Resurrection, it's a Herod's Temple, and Empty Tomb Hero. Let's get John, I guess. Too bad we can't band our angels in. So while this deck does get more value off the bans, usually your Resurrection has become a lot worse since you're cutting human heroes for angels. I think I was trying out a version playing Gold Brigade, like Watchful Servant and stuff. So we make our Res Revealers better by playing more angels, but we make our Resurrections worse, ironically. Here's a cool little play you can do. You can use Bartholomew to play the first from your deck, and it triggers, gets put into play, you draw a card. And then if you put a Herod's Temple into play, you can also activate Herod's Temple before the opponent blocks. as many times as you want. So I'm going to activate it like 3 times, and I get to draw 3 cards, or 4 cards in total off the first. So if you have a Herod's Temple plus a Bartholomew in play, you can basically draw 4 cards for free, which is really nice. Oh wait, he's negating neutrals, so I shouldn't have been able to draw here. That's my bad. So yeah, I accidentally drew some extra cards here. I drew Spirit as a Dove, which is crucial. So if I hadn't been able to draw 4 cards, I wouldn't have drawn that, and the game probably would have been over next turn, because he only has, what, 18 cards left in his deck? Chances he has Second Coming or Son of God. So, yeah, like, I think he played Son of God earlier, so he just needs to rescue 1 more soul and play Son of God to win the game. All right, he goes Judas, bans to Prince, underdecking. What is he underdeck? I don't even know. He's underdecking 3 of my heroes in battle, maybe. And the 4th one, he's going to underdeck Gabriel. Okay. This is brutal because I really needed my Res Revealer to stick around. Yeah, because now his Distress is back online. Okay, so if he didn't have a Res Revealer out and I would have been able to draw 4 cards, I could have gotten to my Spirit as a Dove, which I can use to get Second Coming, which I can use to go to my discard pile to get Crowd's Choice. Crowd's Choice can go to my deck for an evil card, which can go get Burial, and Burial can put all my Lost Souls on the bottom of my deck. That's like a really desperate play you could do, but in this situation, it's pretty dire. Now, for the most observant viewers here, they will notice that they have an Expatriator in play. And one of the Expatriator's abilities is he can ban to a Gospel Angel. And I'm playing Angel of the Harvest in my deck, and he's in play. So if opponent attacks me with Expatriator, banned Angel of the Harvest, you know, like, what am I going to do? I can ban with Woman of the Bez, but my entire strategy to put Lost Souls on the bottom of my deck so I can Soul Drought him for, you know, hopefully 4 more turns. That's currently my strategy. And when I first built this deck, I looked at Angel of the Harvest. He has a pretty compelling ability. The fact that you get to look at the top X and then grab one, that's really good in decks that want to do soul hiding. But the fact that if your opponent can ban to him and you're trying to play a soul hide deck, like, that's a big problem. You're really banking on the fact that they don't have any ways to generate souls. And if you give them any outs to that, then you're going to be in trouble. So, all right. So anyways, he passes the turn. I go Simon the Zealous. I choose a blocker. I don't know if I want to choose Prince or maybe I should have chosen what's his name, Fallen Star. Anyways, we choose somebody. We're trying to get initiative so he can play the Ascension. I'm really hoping he doesn't have Glory of the Lord here. That would be devastating. Yeah, I probably should have chosen Fallen Star to block, because the fact that he gets to Prince of the Air this turn is not ideal. So right now he's realizing that he needs to generate Lost Souls somehow. He doesn't quite see the Angel of the Harvest line yet, but he's going to be underdecking some of his own Lost Souls with Prince of the Air in the hopes that his Lost Souls card will be able to generate tokens when he draws them again. He only has 12 cards left in deck, and he also has Gates of Hell. So if he really wanted to generate Lost Soul tokens right now, he should have activated Gates of Hell to discard the bottom card of his deck before I played enhancements, because Ascension is interrupting the battle, which is interrupting Prince's ability, which will put the Lost Souls in play. But I don't think they'll generate a new token. Okay, Angel of the Harvest coming in, grabs us an Authority of Christ out of, which is nice against the King of Tyrus deck. John the Fisherman comes in, tosses the next, draws 2 cards. Paul draws 2 cards. I was really wanting to get only 1 evil character in play in battle, so I could have gone Ascension, ban to Expatriator, underdeck you. Like, that would have been really nice against the Fallen Star. Or yeah, I was also trying to hold on to Expatriator. And another misplay I made here was I could have used Expatriator to ban to Gabriel. Gabriel could have negated Gates of Hell. So that was a unnecessary misplay by me. I just keep forgetting to ban people in, you know? It's a lot to keep track of. And I'm kind of beating myself up for making all these misplays, but to be fair, this is a complicated deck to play and a lot of decisions to be made and facing a lot of pressure. So and it's also very helpful to watch in retrospect and kind of identify what was going wrong this game. So because he had Gates of Hell, oh wait, so yeah, I'm really scared of, what am I scared of here? I don't know. I guess I'm not scared of Swine Stampede since I have Paul in play. Oh yeah, maybe I am scared of Swine Stampede because I didn't want him shuffling his Old Testament Lost Souls into his deck. That's why I did Glory. He used Gates of Hell to add Red Dragon. Red Dragon enters play. Where did my Red Dragon go? Oh, was that the random card that got sent back to my deck by Fallen Star? Okay, so he used Gates of Hell to add Red Dragon to battle. Red Dragon gave him protection. I had to woes the red dragon in order to break through, which I was really wanting to hold on to my woes so I could have negated his res revealer and his chamber of angels. But it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. This Daniel deck is tough because one of my primary ways I can attack and is by using choose the rescuer, or sorry, choose the blocker attacks. So I have Possessing Spirit, I have Woman of the Bez, but if he has Distressed out and if he has Chamber out, it's going to make it really hard for my Possessing Spirits to get put down. He's also playing Great White Throne, which is on top of his deck right now. And if he's attacking me with Daniel every turn, I can't put a Woman of the Bez in his territory either. So I kind of have to try and attack the good old fashioned normal way. Anyways, the opponent found the line, Angel of the Harvest, bans Angel of the Harvest. I didn't see this line either, to be fair. If I did see it, I probably would have Christian martyred my Angel of the Harvest before he attacked. But you live and you learn to live about your deck's weaknesses. Because he didn't attack me with Daniel, I can go Woman of the Bez, but he does have a woes to negate Woman of the Bez, and unfortunately I gotta hand him another Lost Soul. This isn't the end of the world. I know I have 2 Lost Souls in my deck, and then the rest are on the bottom. So I just gotta get lucky and hope to not draw one of them, and then I can win the game. I currently have 3 Lost Souls, and he has 4. So we didn't draw our escape or our first, which is good. We have a woes. Now maybe I'm smart. I woes the Lost Souls here, but I don't think I do. Lost Souls stays in play. I've already played Son of God Second Coming, so I can't rescue Lost Souls anymore to turn off his soul generation. And I don't really have good attacks here. I know I could do Reassuring Angels into Simon. I mean, that could be good, right? Because if I do Reassuring Angels into Simon, choose Falling Star, he forces me out, and then I can choose to attack with like Gabriel, Expatriator, Legion, underdeck his Falling Star, right? Like that would have been really good. But instead, I go Gabriel, Expatriator, Legion of Angels, underdeck Prince of the Air. So I really didn't want him blocking with that this turn. Another mistake I made here is what was my mistake? Oh, it was I attacked with Gabriel, negated Simon, or negated Judas, because I didn't want Judas to be able to ban to somebody. But I forgot he had Humble in play, so I have all these characters in my hand that I could have played down to make it so that he would have had more cards in hand than me. So yeah, he had like 9 cards in hand. Judas, I had 11. Judas cannot be prevented. He goes Messenger of Satan, draws Prince of the Air, ban to Judas, ban to Prince. And this is like worst case scenario for me. Now he's able to underdeck some of his Old Testament Lost Souls. And I know that he's going to be able to use that to, generate some Lost Soul tokens eventually. So right now I'm trying to get to my Resurrection Revealer or something. I'm just in desperation mode. And on top of all this is because I forgot to play around Humble, I lose another attack there. So yeah, not doing so hot right now. I Angel the Lord, or Christian Martyr, my character that generates Lost Soul tokens. And then I basically hope he doesn't have a way to get to Lost Soul this turn. Because what I can do on my next turn is I can use woes to negate Lost Souls, and then we're back to where we were, where he's facing a soul drought and with no soul gen. I think I said it on a previous video about why I love negate neutrals in Soulhide, or in Big Clay specifically. It's for situations like this, where they have Lost Souls out, and you're really trying to prevent them from generating Lost Souls. So negate neutrals is a definite necessity, I think, if you're playing Soulhide. Some people really love Moses. I really like Moses too, but I'm trying to utilize the first, so I want to keep my Lost Soul abilities there. And I also have a lot of territory class enhancements too. So right now, I'm hoping he just does a battle challenge, and I'm able to go Judean Mediums, ban to his Prince of the Air, kill 2 birds with 1 stone there. Hopefully I can end up killing Prince of the Air in battle and getting rid of some stuff. And then on my turn, being able to, shut off his Lost Souls, get another rescue in. Scores currently, I have 3, he has 4. Right now, he's going to be attacking me with Gabriel plus Legion of Angels, which he draws the Old Testament Lost Soul, and that'll be the game. So yeah, I lost this game. I feel like I lost this game on turn 1 when I decided to crouch choice into Harvest Time for 12 for no reason. But it gave me a lot to think about. It showed me some problems with my deck that if they're running negate neutrals, like I can't, makes it hard for me to set up, and also showed me how Prince of the Air can be a headache for me if I'm not ready to play around it. So yeah, I feel like there's a couple moments here where I could have won, but it was a good game and well played by the opponent. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you around.
Why is it so easy It's nothing but